All right, babe.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you. You're too kind.
You're too kind. I love it. You're made for it, bro. You were made for it.
Well, welcome back, folks. It's another episode of Both Ends of the Table. We are coming to you here tonight. It is Friday, September 12th, 2025. And I am your host, Stephen J. And I also have my co-host here, The Loop. Loop, how are you doing, my man?
Fantastic.
Yeah, how was your day today?
Today was kind of a long day because it was Friday. And in my industry, Fridays tend to be a little bit busier than the rest of the week. So it's pretty hot in Dallas. Nonetheless, I made it through the day. I'm here now. Just got some food in me. I'm ready to talk some fights because there's some big ones coming up this weekend.
Well, before we talk fights, let's get into that meal of yours because you had a very epic choice of meal today, shall I say. Do you care to indulge us on what you decided to shove in that mouth of yours?
Okay, so it wasn't my choice. I got told, hey, I'm going to Taco Bell. What do you want? And I said, not sure, surprise me. So she got me, I don't know what's out there. It's probably some type of wrap, some quesadilla wrap box. So it comes with like a quesadilla, but it's fully loaded with like chicken and lettuce, tomatoes. I don't know what it's called. And then it has a 5-layer burrito with some chips and some cheese. So I ate all that. And then I ate another 5-layer. And I ain't gonna lie to you. If you want me to be completely honest, I got a third 5-layer calling my name right now. But I'm gonna set it aside.
We're gonna
We'll see.
call you the Finchmeister later on tonight when you're having a haul ass to the restroom real quick, and you're gonna be sitting there on the toilet, fucking putting your toilet paper down on the seat.
Dude, sometimes I know. I think all men can relate. Sometimes those 2:30, 3 o'clock shits you have to wake up to. 30 minutes later, you're like this. Damn.
Hopefully you got the Prilosec on speed dial there, my man. You're gonna need a Prilosec for dessert.
What's that?
Prilosec OTC for heartburn.
Oh, dude. Yeah, probably. I might need some, honestly, man. I'm like,
Absolutely.
if I have to take something, I'm more of a Pepsi guy. But now that you said that, who used to do that commercial? Was it Larry the Cable Guy, right? Prilosec
Yeah. It was, man. It was Larry. It was Tow Mater. Tow Mater.
That's funny. That is too funny. Oh, man.
My friend.
Dude, I miss old commercials. Old commercials were way better.
Oh, old commercials were the best, dude. They were the best,
I can name like 2 commercials like right off the bat. They're like top favorite all time. I'll tell you real quick. My first one is the fucking Jack in the Box commercial where he's in front of a Burger King and he's walking and he's like, competitors say that that you can have it your way and you can do it like this and do it like that, but they don't really mean it. Come to Jack in the Box and we'll take care of you, blah, 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 blah. And he has something to say and he rips off his sleeves and he's all fucking jacked. He's like, then do something about it. And he's in front of a BK and then like
dude.
The free credit report commercials, bro. Those will forever be like wired in my brain. FREE,
Yeah,
that spells free.
I'd have to go with the Real Men of Genius from the Bud Light commercials.
Dog.
Those were always awesome.
Real.
Those should be in the Hall of Fame.
With the mayhem guy.
Real Man of Genius. Bud Light presents to you. Dude, that one, and then for me it was the Booking dot.
Yeah.
Booking dot. Yeah, those would always make me laugh.
Dude, so, like,
those were
new commercials for
old
me,
school classic commercials.
The new ones for me are like, holy guacamole. Or the Liberty Mutual ones are pretty good.
Do we even get commercials anymore? Because I feel like every commercial is just a lawyer commercial now these days.
Oh, no, I get a lot. Liberty Mutual, Liberty Bibbity.
Liberty Bibbity.
Limo Emu, and Doug.
Caleb, man, he would go ape shit for the Burger King. For the Burger King commercials with that Burger King song. I can't even think of it right now off the top of my head. Do you remember how it goes?
No, which one?
Dude, I can't think of it right now, but they have a pretty cool little song, and every time we hear it, he always sings along with it and whatnot. But I always refer to Burger King as the BK Lounge.
The BK Lounge?
Yeah. In our household, it's the BK Lounge.
You go to Burger King quite often, or?
Well, because we used to, because where we live at for a while, it was like the closest thing to us, you know. But since then, they've had some other restaurants built, other fast food joints. So now we have a little bit more of a selection. But for a while there, it was just Burger King. So it was like, you know, we're coming down the road, headed home, and it's like we haven't had nothing to eat, and it's like
it's grilled beef.
Let's get something close to the house. And I always tell Yvette, I was like, y'all want BK Lounge? And she's like, the fuck is that? I was like, the BK Lounge. I got coops. I was like, I got coops, baby. And she's like, dude, I don't even know what you're talking about. What the hell is BK Lounge? I'm like, Burger King. She was like, what? I was like, yeah, you never seen Dane Cook? You know, I'm a bouncer at the BK Lounge. I got coops, baby. I got coops.
Security at Burger King?
Well, no, he has like this really good skit where he like goes off talking about like the drive-through speakers always being like all distorted and shit, and it's like, dude, they had like this really hilarious skit, but he said that his like older brother or some shit like that was like a manager at Burger King, but like he was embarrassed to say he worked at Burger King, so he renamed it to the BK Lounge, and so he'd be like, yeah, I'm a bouncer at the BK Lounge.
That's genius.
Absolutely, it was.
Dude, I haven't had
it stuck with me forever.
I've had Burger King since I worked at C12.
Oh, I love Burger King, man. Love the number 2 Texas Whopper, double meat. I think it's a double cheese, lettuce, onions, tomato with the grilled jalapenos. Ooh wee! Don't get me started,
dude. Because that was during my broke days, and I would go because it was cheap, and I'll get 10 nuggets and a drink and a fry for like $4, bro. $3 or $4.
Yeah, you can't even spend $4 at McDonald's these days, bro. It's bad.
Only on the app.
I don't have the app.
Oh my God, bro. If you order McDonald's on the app, you feel like you're stealing from them, which is amazing.
You know what? Speaking of which, I keep forgetting to do something here, man. Have you ever had Jersey Mike's before?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Absolutely. Well, I say that because ironically or shockingly, there's not a whole lot of people, or there's still a lot of people out there that haven't had Jersey Mike's. But I love Jersey Mike's app. So right now, if you have the Jersey Mike's app, they have this thing where it's the NFL. Let me see here. The NFL. right? And
Uh-huh.
so what happens is you can if you have the app, you can go on the app and you can submit 5 picks each week against the matchups coming up via the NFL. And you select your picks. For every pick that you make, you get 1 free point that goes towards your account that can get you a free sub.
Wow.
And then for every correct answer that you get an extra point on top of that. How cool is that?
Wow. Yeah, they're doing it right.
Yeah, they are fucking doing it right because God damn it, Lord knows that I've done hit it up a couple times. So you get to take your pick, get to make your predictions, right? So this was week 1. And as you can see there, I had Philly taking Dallas. I had Kansas City winning that game. As you can see, the fans' choice, 93% of the people voting on this had the Chiefs winning it.
Damn.
So that was obviously a shocker. But then I chose Tampa Bay to beat the Falcons, which
Correct.
got that one right. And I had the Bengals beating the Browns, which I got that one right. And then I had the Patriots beating the Raiders. I can't remember if I got that one right or not.
I don't remember the.
But yeah, man. So every week right now, I guess they're doing this throughout the whole season for the NFL. But if you have the Jersey Mike's app, you can go on there and you can make your pick. And again, for every pick that you make, you get a point. And every pick that you get right, you get a point.
Wow.
Yeah. To go up to a free sub.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, because I started going to Jimmy John's again.
So Jersey Mike's, if you see that, I love you guys. Favorite sub sandwiches of all time. I would love to do some ads for you. Hit us up. We're cool.
Block out what I just said.
I'm Jersey Mike's all day, dude.
Yeah?
Jersey Mike's all day. Oh yeah.
What do you get?
Yep. I get the number 8.
I don't know by numbers.
It's like a club sub. So it comes with I believe it's like turkey, ham, and provolone. Yeah. And then I get it Mike's way. Add pickles. Oof. Boy.
I usually get the Philly cheese or the chicken cheesesteak. Mike's famous
dude, like the bread is just so fresh. The veggies are always so fresh. It's so good there.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I still prefer Jimmy John's.
Jimmy John's is not terrible.
And they toast their fucking
it is not
subs now.
But the bread to me is just so much better at Jersey Mike's.
Really? I like Jimmy John's
Subway
bread.
Subway has lost their way. They're not even the same anymore.
It's not even bread.
As soon as they took out the black olives, I was done.
They took out black olives?
I'm kidding. I was done beforehand.
That's funny.
But they took away black olives as a condiment.
Oh wow. Why?
Can you believe that shit? I don't know. Dumbest thing I've ever heard. I love black olives. But... Do you like a Supreme pizza?
No.
No? Oh man, I love a Supreme pizza.
Yeah, so does Dustin.
Anyway, we're getting worked up over some food here.
I know. I'm the one.
You're gonna make me hungry.
Me fat, and you're the one going 20-minute dialogue of food.
That's my bad, bro. It's my bad. All right. It's just, you had an interesting choice of meal tonight. And so I wanted to kind of, get into conversating about that a little bit. But let's get into what you really wanted to talk about, because you had some info for us about some of these fights coming up this weekend, right?
Yeah. Yeah. UFC.
Yeah. So let us in. Let us know what's going on this weekend.
So we got, dude, I think everyone should know by now. We have Noche UFC in San Antonio tomorrow. And to be quite honest, I am excited, but only for the main event. I mean, there's a couple fights on the card.
Okay.
There'll be good fights, but I'm kind of disappointed with the fights. There's really not many big names on there. There ain't.
Well, what about the prelim fight with Alex Pereira's sister? Isn't she fighting?
Yeah, but that's not like a big name. That's gonna be intriguing because because Alex Pereira, and that's his sister. So that's what I was saying. Yeah. It's not like a big fight, but there's a couple fights there. are very intriguing, and that is one of them. Because especially what she did at Karate Combat with her knockouts. I believe she has a KO kick knockout, and then she has a left hook just like Pereira knockout as well. So that's gonna be
Nice.
fun to see how that translates to the UFC. Don't know who she's fighting. If she's a wrestler, we'll see how she reacts to the wrestling. If she can even get it taken down or not. So that's why I want to watch that fight. The fight I was looking forward to the most, to be honest, got canceled. It was gonna be Raul Rosas Jr. versus Rob Font. I don't know if you know who Raul Rosas Jr. is. He's the 19-year-old UFC fighter, obviously, right?
Yes.
So he was supposed to fight Rob
Yes.
Font, a veteran in the game,
Uh-huh.
but he's known to knock people out. But he ain't no joke, man. He comes to fight. This dude,
Yeah.
he's about it.
Well, I've seen Raul Rosas, in some of his highlight reels before, man. And when you're watching the other UFC, I haven't actually seen one of his fights like live while it's happening. It's always been like afterwards. You watch the highlights and whatnot,
Yeah.
and man, he just looks like this scrappy dude, like just ready to get down with anybody. And the fact that he's so young, I think, is what makes him intriguing and makes it makes him a box office fight card anytime that he's on the fight card.
Yeah. But it's not necessarily. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess that's why I did want to watch it. Is because Raul Rosas Jr. I mean, not Raul Rosas. Rob Font. Excuse me. It's a very tough matchup, man. I don't know if the kid.
So what happened with Raul? How come he's not
It
fighting?
didn't say why. I don't think I saw why. It just said he was out for undisclosed reasons.
Okay. Because Rob Font is still fighting, and he's going up against David Martinez.
David Martinez, yes. That should be a good fight.
But Rob Font is favored to win the game or win the match. He's a minus 130.
In the UFC, that's pretty much even. What's the other guy? Plus what? 115, 120?
Well, the main event is going to be Diego Lopez versus, is it John Silva?
Gene Silva, yeah. Gene. I don't know.
Gene Silva?
Gene Silva.
You never know how these guys pronounce it these days, right?
I don't know Portuguese.
You called, what would you call my boy Cooper again? Would you?
What's Deshaun?
You call my boy Cooper DeJean? It's Cooper DeJean, baby.
Deshaun. It's
the exciting whites, dog. The exciting whites, dog.
Wearing a Destin, Florida shirt. Don't get wider than that.
Hey, man, this was a vacation shirt that I got, man.
There
we took vacation.
Just proving the
you know
point
what I mean?
harder.
Hey, we had to take vacation, bro. You know what I mean?
You went to your beach house?
We had to go to Destin, Florida. No, we were in a condo, but it was for a baseball tournament that we won, by the way. Yeah. Let's go.
I remember those videos and pictures. That shit was legit. Anyways, yeah.
Whatever. Like, anyway, so Diego Lopez, Gene Silva. Diego Lopez is favored to win minus 238.
I agree with that fight because for the simple fact that we haven't seen Gene Silva been pushed yet much. So I could be completely wrong.
Okay.
But based on the fact that we have not seen him get pushed like that, Diego Lopez is going to stand there. In my mind right now, I believe that Diego Lopez eats everything Gene Silva has to offer him at first. And it's if Gene Silva can do what Alexander Volkanovski did. If he can get in and out, hit him, tag him, eventually Diego Lopez will fall. But if he can't get in and not get out, I don't see it going his way because Diego Lopez is going to fire back. Gene Silva doesn't get hit much, and so when someone that doesn't get hit much finally gets hit, it's like, man, how are they going to react? What's going to happen? So that's going to be very interesting to see him, and if he gets in the fire, what the outcome is. But overall, I seen Diego Lopez just biting down and just teeing off on him.
And I have a lot of respect for Diego. For me, I love the way that he approaches the game because I feel like he doesn't back down from a challenge.
No, not at all.
He's not one of those guys that cares much for the record. Like he's there to fight anybody who, Dana's willing to put in his way, and it don't matter for him. And that's what I like most about him. And then you look at all of his fights, man, and they're all badass fights. Like, none of them are sloppy. None of them are slow. Yeah, just absolute bangers. Straight up. And so I love. I mean, I was bummed that he lost his last fight. Who did he fight again?
Alexander Volkanovski, the GOAT. One of the
Yeah,
GOATs.
yeah. I was bummed about that one, man. I was really rooting for Diego, man.
Whoa.
Honestly, no offense, no offense to. I mean, just as again, just as a pure fan,
Yeah.
right? Just as like a regular, part-time fan. Again, just liking the fighter for who he is and for what he brings to the table. Again, I have a lot of respect for him. So,
Yeah.
I was just rooting for him, man.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with Volkanovski. You know what I mean? Love him to death too. It's just, man, like Diego Lopez, bro. That was my boy.
No, I kind of saw it
My boy
coming.
Blue.
That's why I was going with Volk. Diego Lopez too wild.
Honestly, bro, like
Volk's
when I
too
was watching
technical.
that fight, though, when I was watching that fight, I mean, literally from the moment that the bell rung on the first round, you could just tell that Joe Rogan and DC, they were just all favoring Volk the whole way through. Like, oh yeah, Volk's gonna win this, and Volk's, and every single time that Volk would do something, whether the dude missed or not, it just seemed like they were always like, oh. And then like Diego Lopez, I mean, he had a couple of good shots in there, right? And he would do something. Oh, that's not enough. That's not enough. If you're gonna want to take him down, you're gonna need to do more than that. And I'm like, bro, like I felt like the commentating was so one-sided for Volk. So I felt like it was a predetermined win, in my opinion. But like I said, I still rooted for Diego anyway, man. He's awesome.
I thought it was called pretty fairly, but the fight was a beatdown. He picked him apart, took advantage of him whenever he wanted.
Oh yeah,
Diego Lopez landed.
I'm not saying.
Yeah, he landed a cup. Like, so, I mean, how can you root for a guy or talk good? Say he's doing good things if he's not really doing any much thing. He's landing. He'll land one or two good shots here and there, but you can't just. What they're saying is like you can't just look for one big shot. You gotta give it to him. 1, 2, 3, 4, body, mix it up. But Diego Lopez he fights very unorthodox, throws some weird angles. But yeah, dude, that's just, if you knew fighting, if you watched fighting, a lot of fighting, you kind of knew that was coming.
Yeah, well, again, I don't, and that's why I'm just speaking from afar, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, just my personal perspective, literally from the moment that bell rung, the commentating just seemed like it was so far one-sided. Because it wasn't until the end that he really started picking him apart. I would say it was pretty well balanced. Would you say like the first and second round? No?
I think he won.
Hey. Hey, that's why you watch this shit, not me. You know what I mean?
Let me fact check myself on that one. He won decision, of course.
Well, if you're gonna go by decision, of course. I mean, he probably won all 5 rounds.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you have to pick one fighter to win that round anyway. I'm talking about in general from your own eyes. Was it pretty well balanced the first 2 rounds? Not from the scorecards, from your eyes.
No, not really.
Okay,
I think so.
That's fair.
Diego had one good round. I believe it was the second round. But no, Volk was too fast, too sharp from the get-go. Diego couldn't get anything going. It's just during the later rounds.
So he lost the first one, won the second one.
Yeah, during the later rounds, Volkanovski his punches were hitting more, so it was doing more damage. Because he just hit the same spot
for sure. I mean,
over and over, so it just. But no, I thought that was a pretty good. It was a good fight. Don't get me wrong, it was a great fight, but I thought Volk had it in the bag for the most part. Aside from like the few good shots that Diego Lopez landed, he did rock him.
Gotcha.
But
and so who you got winning this fight this weekend? So you said Diego Lopez is your guy?
I got Diego Lopez going. Just because, like I said,
you think he's going to get a finish or it's going to go the distance?
Man, that's a good one. Honestly, I do not know. I'm just going to say, nah, this fight's ending in a finish. There's no way I can't see this fight going 5 rounds. The only way this fight goes 5 rounds is if fucking James Silva becomes like gun shy. I don't see that happening though. Mm-mm.
Well, you got some other fights that you wanted to kind of pull in here, didn't you?
Yeah.
What else you got?
Yeah, so I was telling you earlier, Gable Stevenson. This guy. Now here's a guy.
Mm-hmm. Now here's a guy that knows ball.
That knows a thing or two about being on the mats. 25 years old, 2020 Summer Olympic gold medalist, 3-time world champion, trains with John Jones. Just made his MMA debut and won in pretty, I wouldn't say spectacular fashion, but pure dominance. Pure dominance. As soon as the fight started, like first 5-6 seconds of the fight, grabbed a single leg, took him down, and just started punching him in the face. By like the guy, all he could do was cover up and move around. They moved around for a little bit. By like 3 minutes into the fight, 2 minutes into the fight, he ended up finishing him. TKO.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was pretty interesting.
And is that the one earlier?
Yeah, that's the one I sent you.
Peterson dropping major bombs. Huge shots. Braden Peterson hanging on, but for how long?
Gable in the mouth, raining punches.
Golly, dude.
Pounding and pounding vicious shots.
Peterson needs to try to defend himself.
That is just a behemoth of a man right there.
Legacy of Gable Stevenson in MMA begins tonight.
Holy smoke.
Kind of crazy that the ref let it kind of go like that. I mean, the other guy wasn't even defending himself.
All he can do is just cover up. That was a massive.
He was just covered up the whole time.
Some massive right hands, though, dude. That's nasty. I can't imagine getting punched by someone like that. Heck no, bro.
Well, did you see how big that dude is?
I did see how big he is. I do. He's a heavyweight, and he looks jacked.
That is a massive human being. Yeah. Pure muscle, too.
Yeah.
There wasn't nothing flapping around while he's throwing those fists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't have the flub that typically hangs right here, bro.
Cafeteria lady arm.
Jesus. Get some, dude.
Hey.
I know you're into that type of shit too, huh?
Hey, chill. Look, my old lady's older than me, but she ain't no cafeteria old lady old. But you're talking about being jacked and big and pure muscle. Brings me to the next fight I want to talk about today. Is another debut. Yoel Romero debuted in BKFC today. Winning his fight in spectacular fashion. I think he got like 3 or 4 knockdowns before knocking this guy out. I sent that one to you. Go ahead and play that one. Luke, check this out. Oh my God, bro.
Oh my God.
That
just
dude is 48 years old, man.
Just enough. Ready counter.
He's 48?
He is 48 years old.
Bro, that is another massive human being right there.
Dude, he didn't join the UFC until he was like 34, 35. And then he fought in the UFC for like 10 years. Went to some other leagues. Had some crazy knockouts. Broke a guy's jaw. Like,
oh shit.
Dude, that dude's father time, bro. Look how stacked he is.
Oh, I know. And then with a gut punch too to finish it off.
Uppercut. Just enough. Ready to jaw. Bam.
Oh, was it in his face?
Yeah, I hit it. It like, damn.
I guess it's just the camera angle. It looks like it's at his gut.
Yeah, it's a bad one, but thought that was out there. Legally.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. Well, yeah, I mean, if that was if uppercut to the face, bro, good night.
And that was like the 4th
lights
knockdown
out,
already.
son. I'll see you next week. I'll see you next week, son. That's what he said.
Oh my God, I can't imagine getting punched by Yoel Romero, man. Everyone that gets punched by him, or anyone that's ever fought him, they all say the same thing, that he just feels like pure stone. Like you feel like you're hitting concrete and you're getting hit back by concrete.
I wouldn't want to get punched by any of these dudes. I don't care what rank they're in. Any of these MMA fighters, bro. I would not dare try to buck up to one of those guys, bro. No, sir.
No.
No amount of money in the world can pay me to do some shit like that, bro.
Dude, even like an amateur, like I don't think the average human being realizes the difference between them and just like even an amateur fighter. Like I'm talking like a 5-0.
Well, you're looking at somebody right here that recognizes the difference.
No, you can.
That's what I'm telling you.
You
like
can,
I wouldn't even dare.
Man, it's crazy.
No, yeah,
so,
no.
That's not a good night. That's not a good night.
I'm smart enough to understand the difference between the training that they've gone through and my lack thereof. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shit, I'd be scared to fight a boxer, to be honest. Boxers just know how to hit.
Any one of these guys, bro.
Oh my god, dude! But boxers just know how to hit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, have you seen some of those videos?
Which
or
ones?
like, you know, they're probably like pure amateur MMA fighters, and they're like in the street, and somebody's trying to like mess with them or whatever. You know, trying to do a little fafo. You know what I'm saying? Fafo. Oh, they're just there, fucking like just waiting. You know how when you watch a street fight on YouTube or whatever, and it's a bunch of idiots, they're just sitting there fucking flapping and fucking throwing these random ass haymakers that ain't landing nowhere. But then you go up against you get one of those idiots that goes up against one of these guys that's been training, and the dude that's been training is just there, just patient, waiting, and he's just doing this, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's fucking boo, 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 out. Anyway,
did you ever see that video where the guy, like
one of those motherfuckers?
That guy, he's like they're like in a parking lot, and what is it? What? So they're like
he does like a spinning heel kick on his ass,
where he does like this whole
right.
He does the crab walk and shit with his leg. You know what I'm talking about?
I haven't seen that.
Oh man.
Man. We'll put it in the edit, son.
Yeah, we'll put it in the edits. I'm gonna have to show y'all if I can't find it fast.
Put it in the edits.
But dude, like I was saying, boxing. Speaking of boxing, though, because I was talking about boxing, that's gonna be the most exciting part of Saturday night are the boxing matches.
Yes, absolutely, bro.
I mean, I do care for the UFC. It's gonna be fun and all, but Saturday night boxing is gonna have my attention.
I think it's gonna have the whole world's attention right there, man. We haven't had a fight like this in a minute.
It's been no, there's been some good fights because we had Better Beef and Bivol fight not too long ago. We had Tank fight Ryan and Haney. So in the boxing world, there really has been some. We've been pretty spoiled lately. Ever since Turkish Your Highness took over, he's been spoiling us in these boxing matches, man. But dude, yeah. Nonetheless, two of the greatest will go down Saturday night. Crawford going up 2 weight classes to challenge Canelo for his belt.
Mm-hmm.
I want to.
Yeah,
I want to know
middleweight
what are your
championship.
Thoughts? How do you see this going, Stevie J? From what you know.
Well, I'll be honest with you. So first off, I have this going to decision.
Yeah.
So, and the reason I have it going to decision because if you look at Canelo's, I mean, the last 6 fights, something like that, they've all gone to decision. He hasn't had a knockout in a while, and although he'd be due for a knockout, he's becoming more of a tactical type fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He's more into just picking you apart, winning on the stat sheet, which is not a bad thing because at the end of the day, he still puts on a really good show, and that's where a lot of his a lot of his talents really come from is because he's known for picking his people apart.
Yeah.
Something that he's extremely known for that's very, like, fighters tend to overlook this. They don't see it as something that they need to pay attention to, right? But if you watch Canelo's fights very closely, and if you interview the fighter or watch the interviews after the fight, bro, everyone he fights talks about how their arms hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Because he likes to punch you in your arms.
Yeah.
Right? So he likes to pick you apart from all sorts of ways. He'll go to the head, he'll go to the body, but very underrated about him that a lot of people don't tend to talk about very often unless you're in that world of boxing itself is how he tends to kind of shred your shoulders up.
Mm-hmm. He's going to punch something.
It'll show a couple of highlights during the fight. Yeah, it'll show the highlights during the fight too, like in between rounds. It'll show you how he punches right on the shoulders, on the forearms to try to take that power hand away from you.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, you said it yourself, man. It's a very interesting fight because Crawford did have to go up 2 full weight classes for this one. Pretty interesting here, right? Because if Crawford wins, he'll become the first male boxer to be a 3-division champion in the 4-belt era. Just imagine having a 3-division champion. That's insane.
That'd be insane. Yeah, that would be.
But I give the edge to Canelo. I have Canelo winning by decision.
Same. Absolute same. I have Canelo winning by decision. I just look at the resume. That's where I'm going off, and I don't really see a decline in Canelo. So I don't think it's going to be an easier fight than it would have been 2 years ago. Canelo seems to be getting wiser. He's still showing that he can fucking take a shot. And like I said, I look at resume. Canelo fought Triple G 3 times, and he was able to take his best punches. Canelo fought Bivol.
Mm-hmm.
He went up a weight class to fight Bivol at like 170. I think he went up 2 weight classes as well. It might have been 178, if I'm not mistaken. He fought Bivol. He took all Bivol's best punches. Crawford coming up 2 weight classes, I don't see him being able to knock out or hurt Canelo. I just don't see it. Like I said, he has a granite chin.
Well,
he's known for his counter striking. I do believe that this fight is going to go decision.
Yes.
However, I'm saying this, I probably shouldn't, but I see Canelo getting a knockdown. I see him getting a flash knockdown. Because I don't think Terence Crawford has fought a counter striker like Canelo. So he's going to get counter strike like he hasn't and get hit like he's never been hit before. And it's going to be hard. And I think Canelo will catch him at the right time and it's going to flash him. I don't think he gets knocked out. I don't think he's really hurt. It's just going to be like more of like a, what the fuck was that type of moment? And then he'll adjust and it'll be a great fight.
Well, and it's funny that you say that, right? Because I was kind of writing up my notes here so that way I can make sure that I'm ready for this conversation here, man, because I'm all hyped up for this fight or whatever, right? One of the things that I came across that I was pretty like, wow, no one's talking about this. Anytime that Canelo's facing a southpaw fighter, he stuns the shit out of him with a straight right hand.
Yeah.
And so right now that's something that not everyone's talking about because he's known for his left hook. Right? In all of his fights, he's always known for the left hook. But if you watch the fights that he faced against southpaw fighters, right? Who was it? It was Saunders, it was Lara, it was Austin Trout.
I believe Plant.
Right? All the 3 of those guys are southpaw fighters. And if you look at the way that he strikes them, right? Right hand, generally for a southpaw fighter, they should be able to kind of dip and duck and dodge that punch. But Canelo's been known to land him, and every single fighter that he's landed that on, those southpaw fighters, he stunned them.
Yep.
And I mean stunned them bad too.
Well, yeah.
Either makes them fall on the ground or they lose their legs or something. And so that's something right there that I'm going to be looking for during that fight is I'm going to be looking for that straight right hand.
Yeah, I mean,
and if it lands, because if it lands, it's probably going to be deadly.
He broke Billy Joe Saunders' orbital with that punch.
Yes.
Nasty, bro.
Technically, it was his uppercut, if I'm not mistaken.
Right hand. Right?
Was it a straight right hand that broke the? I thought it was an uppercut that broke his
I'm just saying
orbital.
his right hand. It was a right hand.
Yeah.
The harder hand to land. The right hand is hard to land in general against the opposite stance because it's so far away. You can see it coming. Not necessarily see it coming from a mile away, but you have that much more time to see it coming. And when at that
to react to it.
Yeah,
yes.
to react to it. And they, at that level, milliseconds, nanoseconds, they matter.
But the difference here, right, is we gotta pay attention to how Bud fights, right? Because he's a switch hitter. He can fight both ways. He can fight orthodox or he can go southpaw. Mm-hmm. It's going to be interesting to see how he kind of starts off. It's going to be interesting to see how often he switches stances on Canelo Alvarez. Like, does he do it during the same round? Does he do it every other round? Something like that. That's something to look out for too.
Yeah. So the way I'm gonna kind of see this going is like Errol Spence Jr., but the opposite. If you watch the Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford fight, Errol Spence followed Crawford the entire fight, and Crawford would make him pay. He was just following him the entire fight, and he was catching him. He wasn't fighting his fight. Crawford was leading that dance. I think Canelo's going to come, push forward, and Crawford's going to try to lead the dance going backwards. But Canelo's a different beast. He's a different animal. He's going to move his head differently. He's going to apply real pressure, get in there, and he's going to start connecting. And I just can't wait. In a way, I want Bud to prove me wrong, but I love Canelo, and I want to see him go down as one of the greatest ever, and I don't want to watch him lose.
Well, it's funny that you say that, right? Because obviously this is a high-profile fight. This is definitely going to be one for the ages here tomorrow night. And so there was a couple of interesting, notable picks that I jotted down here.
Okay.
And so you got Tyson that's got the prediction of the fight going Crawford by decision. Amir Khan, Crawford by decision. Bradley Jr., Crawford by decision. Sean Porter, Crawford by decision. A couple of honorable mentions because they're not. These are all boxers that are predicting that right there. So I think it's worth noting their prediction there because they've played, they've boxed before. So yeah. Honorable mentions is Chris Cyborg has Crawford winning by decision. Damian Priest, he's the only one that actually has Canelo going by decision. So there's a lot of people out there that are rooting for Crawford in this.
So the first like main people you named off, you know why they're going for Crawford?
Why is that?
I'm not being anything. I'm just saying this is the truth, bro. That's brother, bro. That's brotherhood. They're all brothers. They got to hold it down for each other, man. I guarantee.
But how could you say that though? If Tyson considers Manny Pacquiao the greatest boxer of all time, ahead of Floyd Mayweather?
Because they're all closer to Bud, so they're gonna go with their boy.
That makes sense.
They're going with their boy. That's all it is. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but all those fighters are guaranteed are going with their boy. I'm not trying to be like, I don't think I am, at least.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not trying to be, but I just think they're trying to they're just going with their boy. I mean, I don't think they're wrong for that. I mean, this fight could be 50-50. We don't know. We don't know. That's why I like to say, based on what the stats show and previous fights, this is my best guess. But at the end of the day, it's the end of the day, and we'll see who takes that title home. Bud shocked the world once. He could shock it again.
Well, and the reason I got Canelo is because I just think that he's been in more high-profile fights before. So he's got a lot more experience, in my opinion, than what Crawford has. And so, we don't know what the moment's going to be like for Crawford because Granted, he stepped up to the plate with the whole Errol Spence because that was a big time fight for him.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel, again, this is just a feeling. I don't know statistically. Statistically, I could be way off. But I feel like this is much more of a high profile fight than what that Errol Spence was.
Oh,
Granted,
dude, by
both
far.
of them, I think, were undefeated at that time. So it was like, you know, 2 undefeated records going head to head. Like 2 of the greatest current fighters right now
154
are going to face each other. So it's like, hell yeah, like let's do it. You know what I mean? But when you go up against a guy like Canelo, it's like, man, that puts you in a whole other different stratosphere right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I respect Crawford for willing to throw his record on the line like that.
Yep.
Because a lot of people wouldn't.
Yep.
You know, in his shoes, with his status right now, a lot of people are not willing to risk that record. And so I applaud him for willing to step up and take the challenge, and then to move up 2 weight classes is like, man, dude, that's again, I'm all about respect, dude.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And when I see that out of a fighter, I got nothing but love for you. I got nothing but love. It's as simple as that.
That's why it's hard to go against him.
Yeah. I mean, it's not an easy decision to make. Again, for me though, it boils down to who's got the experience in these high profile fights, who's ready for that moment, who's been in that moment more times, and you know, I got to tip my cap off to Canelo.
Yep. I mean, he's fine. He's fine. Other ghosts. He's fine everybody. He's fine the who's. Every big fight in the last 10 years has had Canelo's name on it. Either Canelo or Mayweather. And
well, and the crazy part is that they keep coming, right? The names keep coming. They keep throwing more names and more names. But I think the wild part, man, is like you look at Canelo and all the high profile fights that he's been, bro, he's only 34.
He's young.
That's what's crazy, bro. Canelo's 34 years
young.
And to think about every high profile fight that he's been in, and like you said, right, it's like hear these big boxing fights and almost every single one of them has Canelo's name on it, and it's like, holy crap, bro. Like, what is this guy, 40? I mean, has to be by now, right? No, he's only 34.
Mm-hmm.
Pacquiao that's fighting, bro's like pushing 50. Granted, he looked great in his last fight. Love Pacquiao. He's my favorite boxer of all time, at least just, you know, from my age. I mean, I'm 34 as well, right? So it's like my age growing up, watching Pacquiao fight, watching Tyson fight, watching all these other guys fight, Miguel Cotto, all these guys. It's like, I don't know, man. Pacquiao was always my favorite, bro.
Really? Pacquiao's your favorite fighter of all time? Nice. That's good. I mean, what does he hold the record for the most weight classes? He's near like a 7 weight class titles in 7
buddy,
different weight classes.
You're breaking up.
Doesn't he have 7 different weight class titles? Check. You hear me?
Oh, we're running late on this one here, folks. Well, unfortunately, it looks like we're going to have to call it on this one, folks. So we do apologize. Hopefully we can get this fixed. And but I want you guys to have a good night. We appreciate you guys listening. Everyone stay safe this weekend. If you're going to be doing anything for those fights, please just stay safe. Twice about what you're doing before you do it. And enjoy yourself and have a good weekend, okay? Appreciate you guys.